Keep arms down and head back and hold on.
So, I actually saw another movie. Toy Story 5.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Toy Story 5.
How was it?
It was really good. And, you know, I kind of went in, I mean, one of the biggest reasons was I wanted to see, I mean, obviously, me and Buzz Lightyear were tight. So I have to go see Toy Story at some point, right? But the whole screens thing that I knew was in the theme of it was like really, like I really need to see how they pulled this off and like how the storyline unfolds. And I have to say, like, they nailed it. And anybody that's like, no, I don't want to go see a movie that's like anti-screen, it's not anti-screen. It's moderation is really what they're kind of really pushing. But they do it in a really good way. And
that's what we need. People need to have a message delivered like that in a very accessible way where they could question why they shouldn't have their kids on the screen all day.
The thing that I really like, well, this is kind of like a twofold thing. So, you know, I've talked about Alamo Drafthouse before and the whole no talking thing, and like they run the things of like, well, this was the first time that I had been there for like a movie that kids are going to go see too. So their whole like warning about that was very different. It was aimed at the kids. And they literally were telling the kids to tell their parents to turn their phones off, which was just perfect. Like, because they were like giving the kids the responsibility, because, you know, kids will take that responsibility and go, Mom, turn your phone off. But then they kind of, like, the whole storyline of Toy Story 5 kind of did the same thing of like the parents did have to step in. And they, you know, there was a good example of like proactive parenting. But it also put, you know, it also kind of gave the kids the power of like, no, here's how to deal with it. It was spectacular. It was a really well done movie. At first, though, I was kind of a little bit worried because it was like it started out not being as funny as I remember the Toy Stories being. But then, like, when we got into the back half of the movie, like it started being really funny. There was a lot of funny stuff that started happening. And, just a really, really good movie.
Maybe I was looking at something that was fake because I wasn't sure if it was like actually real or somebody making like a joke about Toy Story 5. But is it true that there are like brain rot toys in the movie? Like the Skibbity toilet? Is that in there, or is that something I just like fell for? Okay, that is something I just fell for because I really thought that they would put that in there.
It's not.
Was AI in this?
No,
I'm sure it was, because you can easily replicate Toy Story art.
Let me put it this way. The Skibbity toilet was not in it, but I know exactly where that story came from. So it's not completely wrong. And I also am going to say, like, any parent or, in my case, uncle, who buys kids toys and knows that they last for like a month and then, you know, never sees the light of day again, I'm just going to say that's a very big storyline. And you could take it from there. But I know exactly what they're talking about, and when you see it, you're gonna know exactly what they're talking about too.
Okay, yeah, trends and everything.
And the number two is that was a specific pun I just made.
Okay. Okay.
I can go a lot of directions with that, but
yeah.
okay.
I guess.
It's a
My brain
you're
can
just
go
making
straight
me
into
laugh.
Twitter
Like I'm
with that.
thinking of this part of the storyline, and it's so funny that like I can't stop laughing now.
I gotta go see. I gotta
It's
go take
really
the kids to that.
It is.
I watched I watched a movie about toys too, but it wasn't Toy Story 5. It was a documentary about. It was called The Pez Outlaw. It was about a man who found a loophole in the Pez industry back in like the late 80s, early 90s, where collectors of Pez figurines were very competitive with rare Pez dispensers, and the U.S. market had its own Pez headquarters that was separate from the European Pez headquarters, but the Pez U.S. never filed a specific patent that we can't import Pez dispensers from other countries. So he would go to like, it was in Ukraine. He would go to this little city in Ukraine and go to the manufacturing headquarters there and just not even smuggle them in, just like get tons and hundreds of rare, unreleased in the U.S. Pez dispensers over to the U.S. And he like made millions of dollars off of flipping these Pez dispensers.
What was,
And
what was this called again?
it was cool.
Well-
It was in Michigan. The guy was in Michigan. What were you saying?
What was
Oh,
it?
The Pez Outlaw. The Pez Outlaw.
Pez Outlaw.
Like an hour and a half documentary about. Now this guy's old now, and he still lives on a farm in Michigan, but he went through his ups and downs with the Pez, I guess, grifting that he did. And he lost all his money at the like. There's a lot of like ups and downs in the Pez industry that he kind of like created, but because essentially he got into like a battle with the president of Pez USA, who could not get Pez Europe to like fix the problem, and they were still like giving him like these smuggled Pez dispensers in Europe. And Pez US, the guy was like kind of like almost like a villainous looking character and kind of portrayed in this villainous light. But he
This is amazing.
he ended up starting to like purposely replicate the rare Pez dispensers that he would smuggle in so that they would lose their value. So Pez would release like the Misfit Pez line, and so far, like he would, every time this guy would start making money off of a rare Pez dispenser, even some that he designed himself. He eventually started designing Pez dispensers himself. The CEO of Pez US would start to release these in huge amounts, and people would be like, well, this is a popular, like, this is not rare anymore. And so the guy would like lose his value and be stuck with all this like dead stock. So it was like this battle between him and the Pez guy.
A lot of that storyline reminds me of Beanie Mania. It's about the Beanie Babies and that was a crazy documentary too. Like how like they basically shot themselves in the foot. But yeah.
This is just like, because it's one guy and he had such a dedication to like flying out to Europe and like going undercover, and like he was like the only one doing this, and then he eventually like sold designs to Pez Europe, and like they would help him manufacture these ones that he created, and then the guy in the US would just replicate it so that he would not make any money anymore. And it's just like the guy had like a personal vendetta against this one like lone wolf kind of guy in Michigan. And I thought, like, what? Like it's just like it was entertaining, and the guy is pretty entertaining too. He was a character, kind of like almost like one of those like roadside attraction-esque guys. He also collected cereal boxes for a long time. He's just quirky, and I loved it. I like that kind of.
Just hearing like documentary that you need to watch, Steph, because you will absolutely love it. The Berkeley Marathons.
I've seen that documentary.
Oh my God.
I always think of he kind of has that same vibe as the Berkeley Marathon.
When you were
guy.
describing, I'm like, oh my God, she's talking about that guy.
That guy who cracks a beer and he like just like the race begins after he chugs this beer, and he makes all these people go through like this absolute hell of a race through like thicket and mountains, and he has hand-drawn maps that everybody has to follow, and he collects everybody's license plate and hangs it up, like everybody who's participated in the Barkley Marathon. And it's like, they're serious people. Like, it seems so rough too. That's a great documentary.
It's a really good documentary. I highly recommend it, Ryan, if you haven't seen it. Like, it's my sister and I watched it, and I swear, like, it just got funnier the more it went on. And like at the ending,
he smokes cigarettes and drinks beer, and he's just like really athletic.
It's so incredible. Like, he just, and the thing is he like has this course, right? And he designed this course for all these runners. He admits he never ran it himself. Like, he's like, I'm not going to do that.
And it's like 5 days long or something. It's like,
it's insane.
It's like one of those
insane,
mega,
yeah.
What do they call it? Like mega marathons where like people run like 100 miles straight. Like, it's one of those like ones that take like 3 days. You have to have
something
your own
like that. Like, they camp and stuff. Yeah, it's like it's intense. Like, not a lot of people finish it.
No, there's like one guy that finishes it out of like 20 or something. Like, guys, women, like it's for like serious crazy people.
It's so great.
It's just like a hand-drawn map with like a Sharpie, and it's just like cross the boulder with 3 small rocks next to it. They're like, I think I'm approaching this. I love documentaries. I think I
do
like,
too.
Like, I'm in like a phase of like just watching any bizarre documentary I could find, and instead of a movie these days.
So I finally started watching movies, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll start watching documentaries now.
Yeah.
You're always harassing me about not watching movies.
You saw a movie. Yeah. Wow. Well, now you have to start watching documentaries. No, that's
what I
great.
have been watching. That's the
good.
Now I switched to movies, and you're like, no, don't watch movies anymore. I'm going to watch documentaries.
No, I still don't watch TV shows, so that's all. I just still can't dedicate myself to episodes. This is a docu-series. I'll do that. I'll do docu-series.
There's a lot of good docu-series, too. Well,
anyway,
this is Side Friction, episode 134 for June 27th, 2026. I'm Bob.
And I'm Steph.
I'm Ryan, the Ride Mechanic.
We had that scripted this time.
Yeah.
I still heard a pause.
It wasn't as bad as a couple weeks ago.
That's true. We were like the Brady Bunch in the rectangles. We were like looking up over.
Now you've actually we had a conversation. Now I'm actually wondering, like, are the rectangles the same on everybody's screen? Because they are actually. What? I have the 2 screens, so they are the same. I don't know.
Well,
it doesn't matter.
Why do I see myself there on that computer, but not? I don't see Ryan on that computer
because
I
haven't.
His device is haunted.
No,
he just keeps me on there.
Yes, I want to see Steph in stereo.
What you got to do is if you start looking at people in the cameras, you got to start getting the spatial recognition down of where you are. That way you could do stuff like put your hands there and like, what's going on down there? Yeah. What are you doing? What's happening?
If only this was a video podcast, this would make a lot more sense to our listeners.
Those like VR headsets where you could like
oh yeah. You know, I was watching the special that the Disney Imagineering put out about how they they just redid one of their rides, was soaring over California, then soaring over the world,
and then
now
somebody
it's soaring over
kicked
America.
Their shoes off and made a loud bang.
That was a different story. But when they were programming the one in California, they had the Imagineers up there, and they were sitting on the ride. They program it live on the ride. and they sit up there for literally 8 hours. The entire time the park is closed, they're up there programming just every single night. They got a bench and stuff up there that they could work on while they're sitting on the ride.
That seems like.
But what was crazy was the one in Florida. Imagineers in Florida, different set of Imagineers, did the same exact thing for the one in Florida. And the one in Florida, the lady's sitting on there and she's wearing one of those VR headsets because she just has a laptop there. Well, what they did to reduce the amount of stuff up there is they made a complete augmented reality desktop. And they were showing it through the camera where she had like 4 screens open in front of her and a virtual keyboard and all the other stuff. And it was like,
whoa,
that is some Iron Man looking stuff right there. That was really cool to see.
That's crazy.
Like, holy crap. Yeah.
That is.
Because she was just right there. It's like, here's a computer screen. I'll move this over here. I'll type on my keyboard. And nothing was in front of her in real life.
That's like Minority Report shit.
You know?
Yeah. Think about if everybody like just went to an office like that. That's like everybody's setup in the future. It's just like a VR headset and a digital, like a holographic keyboard, and everybody's just sitting there.
Yep.
You take it off and it like shocks you and says, "Keep working."
Yeah, that sounds like the future.
Yeah.
That's what sounds like the future most of all.
I see that
Unfortunately,
you took off your headset.
Yeah.
we are docking your pay.
Yeah. Undocumented.
I didn't have, from your documentaries earlier, though, it's like, I don't have any cool documentaries or anything to watch, but I did find a YouTube channel where he makes realistic Mario shorts. So it's pretty cool. It's Mario Brothers, but like he just goes out there and goes to hit the brick and completely breaks his neck. And he's on the floor like screaming in pain.
So wait a second. He makes like obstacle courses that look like Mario side scrollers, or
they're shorts basically. So it's just a little short video,
like a little
and it's a little and they're hilarious to watch because it's just like, oh my gosh, it's like it breaks his head. And Luigi comes in and then breaks his head too. It's just like, oh my gosh.
No.
I'll post a link up there. You guys can watch it later.
My kids might like that.
When you said like video, I was thinking like great. Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
No.
I was thinking like a guy dressed up as Mario, and he's like doing that.
Think original
like
Mario
video game. I'm looking at like an actual video, but
so it's animated. It's hilarious.
Each one's a couple minutes long, and some of them get really dark really fast.
All right. I added a link to the rundown.
I hope he doesn't use AI. That's my only critique.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Does it? I don't
know what it is.
Hopefully it does.
I just imagine. I imagine him narrating it though, like in real life, like yelling into a microphone, like recording audio over this.
Yeah, you see some guy standing in the middle of his room that's like, my head.
Oh my God.
I found this channel where this guy, he'll be wearing like he'll go into VR chats and he'll be like show, like his screen will show that he's like an anime chick, and then he'll be like talking like, hey, like, and there's like a voice distorter, and then like the video cuts off and it's just like a really obese guy like shirtless on a couch, and everybody on the VR chat's like, what? They're like, your video cut out. And it's like seeing like strangers' reactions to that is entertaining. But
I mean, just the amount people do with filters these days, you know, every once in a while people will turn on one of these like live streams, they'll turn to the side or something face? And the filter will cut out, and it's just like, holy crap, what's going on here?
It's like that. It's like that to like 100.
Yes.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Ultimate catfishing.
A whole new level.
Oh gosh.
Reminds me of this. There was one of the episodes of Silicon Valley. He's interviewing for this job, and like their whole thing is they're developing this new chat app that has like it puts the mustache on, and he's like, "Don't turn your head too quick; it'll be on your ear." And he turns his head, and it sticks to his ear.
This is kind of reminding me of like the first news story that I think we have in the rundown. Is it? Oh, maybe we changed the order of it though.
We could change.
I'm thinking
the order
about the dark ride vehicles disappearing. That's
okay. We can talk about that first because I had.
So it's like, is it a filter? Like, is it? It turns to the side. And you're like, oh, that's the real ride. Like when the lights come on in Space Mountain, you're like, oh, that's what it looks like.
I had to get Ryan to interpret this for me because this is a badly written article.
This article was all over the place. So
that's one way of putting it.
So it's basically an article saying that, hey, Disney plans to make ride vehicles disappear. And the first, 85% of the article is actually talking about a patent that Disney just made. Has nothing to do with dark rides whatsoever. It's about wheel carrier design for roller coasters. So vehicles that run on there. So basically the guide wheel assemblies that run on the side of the track that help guide the vehicle left and right, those are made up of a lot of individual components. They've got pivots, they've got pins, and all sorts of things that move and require NDT. Well, basically, Disney's come up with this assembly that basically does all that through, it looks like some sort of elastic metal that's in there. So they basically the pins, the pivots, all the other stuff, you don't need them anymore. You just put the guide wheel in there and the wheel carrier works. I mean, to me, that just looks like it's going to crack. Like, I don't like. Well, I'm not an engineer though, but
that was the whole thing. Is just like I'm looking at this, I'm like, I don't really see any real major difference between normal wheel carriers.
So it's set up identical. You see, like in the pictures that they've put here, there's 2 road wheels on top, 2 guide wheels on the side, and an upstop wheel on the bottom. But what you're looking at, where you're supposed to focus, is the guide wheels. Basically, the guide wheels are sitting inside of brackets, where on a normal wheel carrier, it would be a bracket. It would be on the side that pivots, that allows the wheels to go back and forth up against the track. So you have to take all that stuff apart and inspect it every year, put it back together. You have pins to grease, all those things. Well, Disney came up with a way to do all the movement of the guide wheel that the ride needs, but not actually have any of those components in there. It's basically metal elastic steel that's on the inside. So something like that.
The elasticity comes from the wheel itself rather than the wheel moving back and forth.
Now, it comes from whatever the wheel's mounted inside of.
So that's some sort of
metal magic.
Figure 3, number 216. Is that what we're referring to here? Are we referring to the?
So the 216 is pointing to the arrow, showing that the wheel can go back and forth to the track. Mm-hmm. But the way that's written is that assembly it sits inside of, or the housing that it sits inside of, has 0 moving parts. It's actually all just machined metal. But it's actually allowing that wheel to move somehow.
Where the hell did they get disappearing dark ride in this? If this is a disappearing dark ride vehicle, then the monorail does not even exist.
So, like I said, the 85% was like this new guide wheel elastomer type metal for this design. At the very, very bottom, it's like briefly like, oh yeah, by the way, they patented some technology that basically can project stuff on moving ride vehicles. So it's like, okay, so that is where the title comes from. Oh, so basically Disney does their thing like they do with a lot of stuff. They painted a very special, looks like a shade of gray, and they can projection map onto the vehicle. But the technology that they patented apparently allows that projection mapping to follow the vehicle, where before Imagineers have to like extremely tediously time everything and it's got to be perfect. but I guess this allows it to like freehand follow the vehicle.
Yeah, to
around.
actually track it.
Yeah.
And then my assumption is
like
the whole disappearing thing is like a negative light thing. Like, like contrasting colors. You project a contrasting color onto a certain color and it kind of disappears. Do you know what I mean?
So all I'll see when I'm riding the ride, I won't see the vehicle in front of me. I'll just see a car of like 5 sparkly Minnie Mouse ears that people are wearing.
I mean, it's kind of...
And the lounge
if
fly
you think
back.
about sitting...
And the proc sensors.
Sitting, like looking at the hood of a car, if you could see the hood of the car out in front of you, but then you were just projected the road on top of that, it would look like the hood of the car disappeared, and now you're looking through the car to the road underneath. Yeah, like to Bob's extent, yeah, they probably put little green proximity sensors all over the side of it. Look,
well, and you would see those first. Like,
yeah,
Ryan would be like, "There's a proximity sensor. There it
is.
I mean,
there it is.
All you have to do ride laugh track in Halloween, and that's all you see is just green prox lights everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's pitch black except for all the green prox lights that are just along the whole track.
See that? That's a proximity sensor. See that one over there? That's called an optical fork. Yeah, those are awesome. Disney loves to use optical forks instead of proximity sensors. They love those things.
They should make a hidden Mickey out of proximity sensors for this kind of stuff. For people like Ryan and Bob. Oh, there's a hidden Mickey.
Ryan would recognize it. Did you guys see the Mickey?
Hidden Mickey in there.
What are you talking about?
Disney was also they were also the first ones to figure out that you can't put proximity sensors too close to each other because they talk to each other when you do that. They had a big problem with ghost trains all over the Matterhorn bobsleds. And they had just put a brand new control system on there with new proximity sensors and everything. Well, to get the proxies to read the same thing at the same time, they put the heads right next to each other, the sensing heads, within just like an inch of each other. And when you flagged them, they flagged independent. It worked good. But then when the train went by, ghost train, they would just stay lit up like that. So then the engineers at the time figured out that each one basically worked on a certain frequency, a unique frequency. And when that frequency was too close to another one of the same type frequency, they talked to each other. They weren't supposed to, but they basically, I believe it's called cross-talking. They cross-talked to each other. So where one went high, it automatically flagged the other one. They kind of locked into each other and stayed that way. So Disney had to...
I just picture the Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Yeah. I picture like old arcade games where like the screen has burnt on because it's been on too long and it's just like got overstimulated and it just stayed on.
Oh yeah, where you can see the outline on it still. Yeah. Those are some of the good ones.
The last one I saw was the Blue Streak ride, the Blue Streak simulator. Where you ride Blue Streak and Gemini, and like when the screen is while you're riding Gemini, you could still see it says Gemini. Choose Blue Streak or Gemini. And you're like going down the first drop. It's like burnt in.
Those are the funniest simulators ever. They're like for little kids. They barely move at all. But I miss those old.
That was a frightening experience.
I like the Robo Coasters, or was it Robo Coaster 2000? Is that what it was?
I don't remember that.
Those the ones that inverted?
No, it was. Well, it was a simulator. No, that's right. Robo Coaster is a Kuka. What is that? No, this is going to drive me nuts.
Are you thinking of Disney place where you could like invent stuff and then you go and you could build your own roller coaster and then ride it and it's like you could make like 500 inversions.
Yeah, I never went to that, but like I don't know what the simulator was, but I know like the Carnegie Science Center had it even just 5 or 6 years ago. It was like a simulator. They actually used real roller coasters on it. but it was like you got into a car that was actually on an arm. So it actually did inversions. Like you had a horse collar and stuff on, and it would actually flip you upside down and everything. I can't for the life of me remember what it was.
Sounds similar to the one at the Disney Quest.
I mean, it could have been. It could have been the same actual simulator. I don't know because I wanted to go to that Disney Quest thing so bad. Never got to.
I wanted its last year of function, and I was like, "Oh, this place is so dated." But I wish it was back. I wish it was back now.
All the
Those
old
simulators, because you can't do the G-force. There's only one ride to simulate, and that is the Larson Loop Simulator. So you just go upside down and hang there. There you go.
I mean, this kind of did do that. I think I don't know. It's been so long that it's been like 6 years, 7 years. Well, wait, no, actually, it has been longer because my niece is like a teenager now. She was like really little because I remember she was too short to go. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of missing things, breaking news: Fun Spot Atlanta. They've announced they're closing this year. Like done. And
early in the summer, too, August 2nd will be their last day of operation for a climate in Georgia. Like, that's... Yeah, get your rides on Air Force One. It's honestly the best RMC I've ever ridden. And I mean, this is probably the only year that you're going to have to actually wait in line to ride it if everybody's down there trying to get their rides in.
Well, that's
unless they move it. So, Bob, I don't know what your rumors or theories are.
I don't have any. Well, there's all kinds of rumors that are just complete bullshit right now. But
yeah,
one of the things that went through my mind, and I don't know, do not hold on to hope over this comment because this is just a comment. There is a high likelihood come August 2nd, they're done. But this park has done a lot of shady stuff. And there's part of me that's like, you know what? We could use a really good summer. So what if we announced that we were closing? You know, like this
and
mattress store is going
why
out
August
of
2nd?
Exactly. Every year the mattress store goes out of business. And somehow opens the next year. And that is not based on anything. That is just my, I know this park has done really odd and shady stuff.
Let me hear one of the examples if you have.
When they were building this, they got into fights over the parking lot, and then I'm probably going to butcher this story because I don't remember the actual classifications and stuff, but they went into this agreement with the local jurisdiction that to get something rezoned so they could build this coaster. But part of that rezoning required them to redo their other parking lot, and then they didn't do that. And then they sued the county because they misrepresented, but they didn't. Everything was laid out. And that's what led to Air Force One being so delayed because they kept basically violating agreements that they made with the local jurisdiction. Because it had something to do with the size of the park was related to, well, in most cases you have so much square footage that equates to needing so many parking spots and needing parking spots of this caliber. And that was basically what this all went in. They were adding to their property, but they had a substandard parking lot to begin with. So the county was like, look, if we let you do this, you need to address these other concerns because your classification is officially changing when we make this change. And they're like, yeah, okay. And then they didn't follow through on any of that stuff. And then they started freaking out at the county or township, whatever the local jurisdiction was this was all going on for. But then they got all pissed off because they halted construction on the coaster. But they had every right to halt the construction on the coaster because they weren't following the plans that were laid out. And it's, I don't know, just there's been a lot of other things that I just remember this, like this park always came up. And just even like I look at like Fun Spot Kissimmee and like the crap that they did with Mind Blower, and I don't have anything that can back this up. I don't know if there's news stories about this, but it's my understanding whenever like Mind Blower was built, they like refused to let Gravity Group be involved in the building. They kind of like did their own construction, and that's why Mind Blower became so rough right away. And then they like got into this pissing contest, like basically trying to throw Gravity Group under the bus because they screwed everything up, and it wasn't Gravity Group's fault. In fact, from what I understood, Gravity Group was like actually saying, "Hey, will you let us come in and fix this? We want to clean this up." And like they're like, "No, we're going with RMC," which then made it even worse. Like it's just there's just been a lot of stuff with these parks that's just kind of, I don't know. So just knowing all of that has happened over the years, it wouldn't surprise me.
But the only thing that really contradicts this, if it's really just like a money grab, is that they have people who have trips booked there after August 2nd, and they say in their letter that they are regarding group events, field trips, and other outstanding reservations. Those updates will be shared with affected guests in the coming weeks. I guess that's still vague too. Like how maybe they'll let this run for like a month and then reach out to those affected guests and say, "You're fine. Yeah. We're still open."
I mean, again, I want to be clear. Do not run on the assumption that I'm right, because I don't think I'm right.
No, I mean, this is just another bullshit rumor.
But it was just the first thing that popped into my head. Like, really? Are they really closing? But then, like, the thing is like, I saw one of the mods on Reddit actually said, like, because everybody on Reddit, I can't believe it. But then, like, the mod posted on there, he's like, you come here all the time, and people are like, I don't know how this place is still in business. I don't know how this place is still in business. Like, well, there you go. Why are, we're hearing that all the time. Why are people shocked that it's closing? So, I don't know. I think they really like underestimated what one coaster was going to do.
I didn't think that they expected much out of it. I thought they just built it for fun because they were like, yeah, we want a coaster named after us. Let's put it here. Just throw it in this park, and it's going to be our own little personal, fun thing that we have. And I don't.
Do you think it was that? They just wanted their own coaster? I don't know.
Yeah, we got some money to splurge.
I mean, it certainly put them on the map. Like, everybody knows who Fun Spot Atlanta is now. But
yeah, that's true.
Is everybody going? Because that's it's one of those things. It's like,
well, that's where they stopped. It's like they built one coaster and then they didn't put anything else.
It's like, well, why am I going to? I'm not going to drive 12 hours to ride a coaster, 24 hours, 40 hours,
Once you
whatever
ride
the case is.
Once you ride it, I was like, well, I don't have to go out of my way to ride that again. Like, I rode it 12 times in a row in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to, I'm not going to, I'll ride something I haven't ridden before, but you're not building on your park. And there's parks like Lost Island who are having, pretty sparse years, but they keep building. They keep trying to improve and put it on the map that way with the growth.
That's what I think. That's what I think is important when you're like, you set out to build a park. You have to realize that, like, this. You have to make a commitment for years, because you can't just do something and then expect immediately to have that volume. And at Lost Island, they have a plan. And they're well aware that it's going to take a while to get people in, and but like they have set out with the intent of like, look, we have the money set aside. This is our expansion plan, and we're going to get there. And that's where I feel like Fun Spot Atlanta was like, oh well, if we build a big RMC, which is like, that's another thing that, like, the whole RMC keyword. Just kind of like, I think a lot of like parks are like, oh, well, you can't go wrong with an RMC. But the reality is, I think there's a lot of people that are like, okay, it's an RMC. Like, I don't think it pulls as much weight as they think they do. But I think they had this dream that, like, oh, if we build an RMC coaster, everybody will just have to come ride this coaster. And no, you need to have other stuff to do there, you know, to get people in, and
to get people to spend money. I mean, if you go there and ride the coaster, you're done. You're like, okay, well, what else? There's not really like any other things that you're going to be spending money on.
And that's also like, I even feel that way at the Orlando and Kissimmee locations too, because their price structure is just so weird for what they have. You go into the park and you're like, well, I don't want to pay whatever the ride all day is, because that's way too expensive for what they have. But then, like, their per ride is like really expensive. So, like, anytime that I went to like Fun Spot Orlando, it was I walk in and I pay to ride White Lightning one time, maybe twice, and then I leave. So, like, I'm like, there's nothing, even in a park that has more attractions than Atlanta, I never felt like staying that long. You know, it's just, I don't know. There's just nothing there. I don't know. There's nothing that really keeps me there. Or
one thing I was thinking of that Ryan was talking about before the show started, when you started mentioning how Lost Islands, you know, they're invested in time. They're invested in this long game. Okay. We were talking about, what was it called? Pig slaughtering. Scammers.
Yeah.
We're talking about this scam that's going around that is very complex, and it takes an investment of years. And I'm thinking about how these scammers could take this investment that takes years and years to gain somebody's assets. Lost Island has that sort of calculation of planning in there.
Only
it might
in the
work.
good light.
That's what might work.
Yeah, I think it will. Lost Island, I think, will actually work. Like putting that effort in, I think, is going to pay off for them.
Yep, just keep going slow.
Because a lot of people, like, there's not been negative reviews from Lost Island. Like, anybody that I've talked to that has visited Lost Island, they didn't walk away from Lost Island going, you know what, I was really disappointed I went. You know, there's a ton of people that want to go to Lost Island, but are like, I think I need to wait for a little bit more. And you know a little bit more is coming. You know, so, like, once they hit that point, they're building the park the way they should be. I think the way Lost Island is doing it is the way that you build a park. Now, if you're Universal and you already have a standard, probably best not to miss that standard like Universal Kids.
This one really reminds me of one of those pop-up shops where you get like a temporary Toys R Us. They try to bring back Toys R Us, and it's almost like they Spirit Halloween the place, where they just kind of bring it in for a little bit, and you're like, you're going to get a taste of this because there's nothing around like this anymore. And this is what I see when Universal Kids Resort showed this park off, where people are calling a $550 million concrete carnival in Frisco, Texas, where it's over 100 degrees for several days out of the year. And it delivered short and dangerously short.
Yeah, I've been seeing over the last week or two, I've been seeing a lot of people saying, like, this is really not worth it. And I was kind of like, I don't know. I was like, well, okay. I think a lot in my mind was like, it's adults going to a kids park and being like, why am I not thrilled? But now seeing pictures and some of the more in-depth comments, I'm like, oh, they're kind of painting a picture of a Six Flags, really. Like, that's kind of the image that I'm getting. And
it's like if Fun Spot Atlanta had all new rides and no RMC.
That's actually yeah, and some a little bit of IP. They do have some IP, but that's like cardboard cutouts and stuff. Like,
I wondered on this one if Universal like toned back some of the initial investment. You know, they took some of the money off because it's like, well, that's a lot of money, and it is a lot of money, but you're building an entire amusement park in one shot. So I wonder if it's still a lot of money, yes, but I wonder if they scaled back some of the initial investment and saying, let's just get it there and opened, and we'll still do a good job at it. But, you know, and then maybe, you know, then the next year we can add this on, and the next year we can add that on and really enforce some of the better theming, a better, you know, like, you know, we'll put a shrubbery.
fetch me a shrubbery.
It's a little holy grail humor for those people who don't know. But you know, that's what I was kind of wondering. It's like maybe they had, you know, everyone this past couple of years have been bit by the we don't have enough money bug. Like, finances are going down. So I wonder if they just simply toned it down a little bit where it wasn't crazy. Like, they didn't go the full parking lot install like a Six Flags park, but they took some of the stuff right off the top and said, you know, let's save this for like a phase 2, like a year or 2 down the road.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the rough thing, and like that makes sense to me, but I think the problem is Universal's not known for doing stuff like that. Like, everything Universal does is like so over engineered. Yeah, exactly. It's just like you're immersed in everything like that. So like, this would have been one of those situations where if you're going to do this, you should probably name it something different. You know, like don't tie the Universal name to it, because people going to a Universal park are expecting something to a level that this is not. If this was a Six Flags park, I think the reviews probably would be fine. Like, nobody would be upset about anything. But for a Universal park, people are expecting a lot more. And I think even I'd be upset. Like, if I was going to a Universal park and I didn't see a Universal park, I think I'd be upset.
Yeah. Well, here's one of the things I see. Like, okay, I've been to Legoland, California. I haven't been to Legoland, Florida. And I've also been to Legoland, Kansas City. Did you know there's a Legoland in Kansas City?
I did not.
Is it a Legoland resort? I know there's one in New York, but there's also these like little Legoland like satellites that's like Discovery Centers. That's what they call them.
Yes, Discovery Center.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what it is.
Yes.
There's quite a few of those.
We have one in Columbus, but I've never been.
It's still a Legoland name.
Right?
It's still Legoland. It's still Lego putting their name on it. It's still the Legoland. It's these people see Legoland. They don't care about the Discovery Center. They say Legoland, and they're like, let's go to Legoland. And what is it? It's 2 steps over a shop. That's what it is.
Yeah,
So that's kind of what I'm wondering is this actually the precursor to Universal opening up more of these across the country?
Don't come near Cleveland. We have our own Memphis Kiddie Park.
That's don't do it, Universal. Don't do it.
I just had that thought. Like, what happens if this is just this is the first domino, and then it's like, we got to build 6 more of these.
But see, okay, I gotta give you a counterpoint though. The whole Las Vegas thing, like the horror thing that Universal did in Las Vegas, like people love that, and that's more of like the Discovery Center type thing. But even that was like over the top of what you'd expect in a mall.
Vegas, baby. I mean, you got to do it.
Well, but they didn't stop at Vegas. I think they're already doing another one of those. I don't remember where. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I feel like they announced another one they're working on. I don't think it opened yet, but I don't know. I do see your point about the. I don't know. That's it. That's
the difference here is they're calling it a
like,
resort.
They're
calling it a resort. You expect more from a place that you're going to like spend lodging money on, and this looks like more of a small FEC kiddie park kind of place where do you really need to spend the whole, like, more than one day at this? It looks like it doesn't really require. It almost looks like a Camp Snoopy in a Six Flags.
I mean, that's the exact way I feel about Legoland California too. They got the hotel there and everything. We've stayed at the hotel. It's like
I'll be honest with you, like in before you started in on the Legoland thing, I was almost going to compare this to Legoland. Like, I feel like this is more of like a Legoland park. So like,
yeah.
I think maybe that's the thing, is like Legoland isn't starting out with this like high bar that Universal is. So like,
also, what's around Frisco? I mean, like Legoland California, it's probably in proximity to other major parks, right? Or is it?
Well, but when you say resort, though, that shouldn't matter, right? Because if it's a resort, you're going to stay there. Like, that's what it doesn't matter what it's around, right?
Doesn't resort just mean they have alcohol?
I'm going to resort to alcohol this whole trip because this is a waste of money. Yeah. Let's talk about the safety issues here with the Frisco heat and no shade and a lot of hot carnival rides. Because it looks very sparse. It's giving me a Lost
what you're
Island
saying,
vibe.
this really is like Camp Snoopy out of Cedar Point.
It is. It's like if they built like a new. Well, they recently did like the new part of Camp Snoopy at Kings Island. It's like you've got like the nice new pavers, you got the nice cement, new planters and everything, and like that's great when you know like they're not really.
Yes, but
they're just refreshing it.
Kings Island, I think Cedar Point is more comparable to Texas, in that at Cedar Point you get out of your car and you instantly become sunburnt. Because that's all that's required. Kings Island, you got to be in the sun a while. Cedar Point, no. You're sunburnt before you even get in the park.
I can see that. I agree with you. I haven't been to Kings Island, but the sun is unreal at Cedar Point. It's there.
Well, when you come during mayfly season, you're just clouded by a cloud of mayflies. It's like it forms its own dome around the park, so you don't actually.
Rain doesn't matter. The mayflies divert it all. It's just like a big dome of mayflies. The water runs down them.
We're closing the ride due to adverse weather, but it's just like a high volume of mayflies. It's like clogging everything.
It's like when Fury closed because of hornets. It's like, wait, isn't that theming?
What's the theme? Yeah.
I like the caption of the picture. Set your expectations accordingly, North Texas.
I thought that, well, what is this from? Is this a link to something else? Because it's like when the renderings filed for divorce from reality. Is that a reference to the... That's what my article says at the bottom under the...
I saw that too.
Post. I'm like, is this like a really like complex way of saying like they didn't live up to the rendering? I don't even know if it's associated with this article, but I want it to be. When the renderings filed for divorce from reality.
I don't even see what you're talking about.
I love that title. I have that same problem when I look through these articles. It's like, is this the same article or is this a different one now? Hard time with that.
Well, I like that people gave poor feedback on this. Like, tell them that it's not.
Yeah, the influencers smiled. The comments did not.
I was literally just going to say that same line.
They were paid to smile.
Yeah, no, they got free tickets, so they're like, yeah, I can't bash them.
And I don't know what designer of theme parks needs to hear this, but I'm just going to make a public service announcement now and say, if you design theme parks or have anything to do with it, people need shade.
Yes.
That is just a thing. I don't care what park it is. People need shade and lots of it. Like queue lines should be shaded. Like everything should be shaded.
Yes.
Like I live in Nebraska where we are shaded 6 months out of the year and partially shaded for another 3 months after that.
You still need it. You still need shade.
Yeah. I don't understand why parks aren't getting that. I mean, Cedar Point has struggled with that for so long, and they've heard that for so decades. And they're like, yeah, well, whatever. I don't know. Like they've made little bits of improvement, but I don't know. Like, why aren't people coming to ride Still Vengeance? Have you seen the sun at your park? Have you seen your lack of trees? Like, it sucks.
Really?
Still Vengeance is nice. That your coasters are great, but everything getting to them sucks. And a lot of parks are like that, unfortunately. And then you go to the little parks like Waldemere, Knoebels. It's all trees. It's all shade. It's all everything. It's just here, be comfortable while you have fun.
How about we design a park that's all vampire themed and it's only open overnight? That's it. It's not open during the day. It's open from
that's great.
Sundown to sunup, and that's it.
Yes, that would sign me up.
Right.
I love eating bugs when I ride rides. That's all it would deliver.
Well, we're not going to put it in Sandusky.
We'll give people beekeeper nets to ride rides. It'll be fine. They got the big screen face in front of them.
There'll be competitor parks, and they'll eventually be like, this park has no beekeeper nets. It'll be like a competition.
You know how at nighttime you see the lights going up the lift hill? At that park, it's just like bug zappers all the way up the lift hill. And they're just constantly have to put in a dedicated circuit for each one of them.
Pesticide exposure at this park is very high.
Just the whole time you're going up, you just hear.
Yep, that's it. This ride comes with extra protein.
Well, Six Flags was going to open a really big record-breaking dive coaster. Now they don't know when, though. They had announced that Tormenta Rampaging Run. What is with all of these names being like tongue twisters all of a sudden?
A Gargantuan one? Did you talk about?
We didn't.
Gargantuan.
What was
you never talked about that?
No, no, because I remember I read it, and then I think I forgot to put it on the rundown, and I totally forgot about it until you just mentioned it. It's like
that was the best one. Gargantuan and Vengeance. Vengeance. I can't remember the third.
I can't remember either.
Gargantuan Vertical Vengeance. GVV, it sounds like a disease. And Gargantuan Vertical Vengeance. It's a trademark name filed by Six Flags for that purple coaster that replaced.
Oh, yeah.
King to
Not King to Call.
Not King to Call, but Gargantuan Vertical Vengeance.
Wait.
Gargantuan Vertical Vengeance.
Oh, here's an article that talks about stuff, but I had it to run down. We'll talk about these two stories simultaneously.
The ride operator, welcome to Gargantuan Vertical Vengeance.
Oh, God.
They're going to have to study that name.
And now it won't let me. Oh, I had it. And now it's like, no, you can't.
We have like an
gotta pay for it
Xbox.
now.
We have like an Xbox alias name. Like we'll like come up with fake names, and like one of the names that we have is Rotund Gargantuan, and that's what I always think of when I'm thinking of Rotund Gargantuan. Gargantuan Vertical Vengeance is probably the most embarrassing weird name for a roller coaster, if that's actually going to be what its name is.
So they
If
also
they trademarked it.
Because they already named everything else Vertical Velocity at one point, so they had to step away from Velocity, and we'll go to
So
Vengeance.
where
It's
they
another
just-
D.
They
Yeah.
just throw like a bunch of words in a hat and like just pull 3 words out, and it's just like, yes, you got a verb, adverb.
So they did also file a trademark for Phantom Spire on January 8th.
Maybe they got feedback.
And then on June 5th, they filed a trademark for Gargantuan Vertical Vengeance.
Maybe that's just the name of the restrooms next to the.
Oh. Is that going to be the episode name? We should make that the episode name.
It's definitely in the running.
It's a new bath. It's the new. Oh, it's just a designated building. Why did they do that? Like so close to each other.
I'm still upset that they haven't done Spindaca. Because Spindaca is like, that's the perfect name for it.
I'm not that inventive. I just call it Big Effing Coaster.
Well, I mean,
I say purple.
And I put it on a shirt too. It's the Big Effing Coaster.
I'm gonna start making fake theme park shirts and fake roller coaster shirts, and so like when I wear them to events, people are like, "Where's that coaster from?" And I'll be like, "Just name some city in like
it's from
Europe
my
somewhere."
head. I ride it
I was
every day
watching-
in my mind.
You haven't heard about Gargantuan, smelly armpit snake?
We'll just pick random words.
The dragon wagon. Yeah, we'll just put a bunch of words in a hat.
Well, it was one of those things, like theme parks are reusing pieces of rides to make their, T-shirts and stuff like that. But a lot of people are pointing out that they're using the wrong pieces of the wrong rides together.
Oh, yeah, constantly.
So it's like, just do that, just a complete hodgepodge, make the ride's name and have a big wooden lift hill up front with like a B&M track in the background making a loop. And like
what
the
AI
front's
would do.
crossed by a big big piece of arrow track going through the front of that,
Well, I always
everything
laugh 'cause
wrong possible.
I have a volcano shirt that was, pre-AI that has arrow track on it instead of Intamin track, and I always thought that was so funny. I was like, this is just like, you could have gotten it right back then. It's not even like they used AI to like mess it up.
Oh my God, could you imagine if Arrow built Volcano?
It was like SLC track too. It looked like a little bit like a cross between like SLC.
SLC
it's like
track
the same
is
thing.
Arrow track.
Oh, okay, then that makes sense.
I mean,
Same thing.
Vekoma copied
It was
Arrow track,
suspended.
and
That's what I mean.
they just turned it upside down. Basically, I'm sure it probably was reinforced a little bit, or would it be?
That's what they used.
No, I guess it would be the same forces, wouldn't it? So you could just turn it upside down, right?
You should
they
be
did it on
able
the
to.
shirt.
Yeah. Either way, it was
You're right. The
basically
horses are just backwards.
yeah.
So Gargantuan vertical velocity is something that's someone did at Disneyland mid-ride. Maybe this is why it was trademarked.
So Six Flags predicted this. Is that what you're saying?
They staged it. It was part of the press release.
This was this 13-year-old works for Six Flags.
This is their ride announcement. A 13-year-old boy exited his ride vehicle on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, probably where they watched the log that Ryan was talking about a couple episodes ago. Maybe that person wasn't in that place where they were supposed to be watching the ride. Is that where you think he probably got off?
So the kid, there's actually a video to this too. That's surfaced on social media. The kid got off at the top of the lift C, which is the very big one that goes to the end of the ride, and it's got the big drop. They got off at the very top, like just as the boat's crowning over. Like the kid jumped off right there and stood on the side. The parents were speculating that the kid was going to jump into the next boat behind him, just as like a aha gag, but underestimated how slippery the rock was. So the kid actually got out onto the rock, stood there. The next boat came, and when he tried to jump into the next boat, slipped and fell down behind the boat. Luckily, the boat went down in front of him, and he slid down the waterfall, the drop, essentially. That, like when my wife, because I heard about this a couple days ago, when my wife told me about this, and I'm like, were they able to pull his body out of the water? And she's like, no, he just went to the hospital with minor cuts. And I'm like, that sounds like a fake article, because that drop it's got louvers on it. So louvers are all they are is basically a piece of metal on the drop that's just designed to disturb the water to give it a waterfall like flow. So as you were to go down this thing, you would basically hit like a 1/2-inch tall piece of steel that's welded to the trough about every 10 feet. I'm like, man, that would really mess you up. God. And then when I saw the video, it's like, holy crap, he went down that, and yeah, he would have hit every single louver and picked up speed. Amazing the kid's alive, honestly, because that had so much potential. And then the crew must have saw it and stopped, luckily, because about, I kid you not, probably 10 seconds is all you have.
Yeah, because the other boat would be coming.
By the time the kid did that, they had 10 seconds to stop the ride before another boat would have gone down on top of them and really killed them.
Yeah, Disneyland Resort did say a cast member immediately stopped the attraction. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, I don't... But, so were the parents just like, oh, yeah, okay, hop out? Like...
Were they like, he's going to get out and get on the next one? Like, how do you know that? Like, you knew he had a plan like that? Like, get on the next boat?
I've heard this from the parents. I've heard these like little phrases from the parents, is what they say. And it basically sounds like the parents weren't there.
Oh.
And they're just like, the parents were like, this dumb ASS just got out and was doing stupid SHIT, this kid.
I thought the way you said that, I thought he was riding with his parents, but that changes things.
So they know he's sounds like typically up to stupid shit.
Kind of sounds that way. Oh yeah. And the kid's 13, and the parents said in the statement themselves, they're like, he knows better than this. So
who was he with? Just alone?
Could have been with friends.
Okay.
I mean, that's the. I mean, my kids at 13, like they were off. Like we would let them go do stuff on their own in Disneyland, no problem.
Yeah.
I mean, because if I found out one of my kids ever tried something like that, I would kill them personally myself.
Throw you out this log again.
Absolutely. The ride didn't do the job. I'm going to finish it. But so yeah, it's not uncommon for kids that age to be alone or with other friends. Their buddy. Hey, me and my buddy are going to go ride this ride, and the parents go, okay. I mean, I would say that myself. My son and his friend, we're going to go ride this. It's like, okay, go ahead. Yeah. I'm not going to go. We don't want to get wet, so we'll just wait for you.
Yeah, that's a very common water ride thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to get wet. Go ahead.
Yeah.
That's
really
crazy.
lucky to be alive after that one.
Now,
does he get a lifetime ban? Disneyland? Or a minor ban until you're 18? What are the consequences here? Other than that you got to live. It's not really a consequence.
I mean, the park could always press charges against him. Now, whether any of those charges are going to stick to a 13-year-old,
yeah,
that's a whole different thing. But I mean, that kid was clearly doing something way out of the ordinary that clearly wasn't in the rules. I violated every rule possible, so I could definitely see like a ban. Yeah, lifetime ban, sure.
Yeah. Difference is, why aren't they announcing it? Like Kennywood just did.
Exactly. They gave such a big deal to the chicken nugget people eating that on Millennium Force and such that, like, okay, you got a lifetime ban for that, but like you literally jumped out of your log and tried to jump in another log.
That's Disney. Like Six Flags did it again, and now Kennywood just banned somebody because they were trespassing in a restricted area. And like, I love these news stories of like, hey, newsflash, we're serious. Don't be doing this shit, and where like the Disneyland thing is like, why did Disney not come out and say, oh yeah, this is what happened, and by the way, he's banned? Like, you have to start announcing these consequences so people realize like this stuff is serious. Because a lot of people are like, oh, well, he just got hurt. Well, I mean, yeah, they're still making their money, but like, I don't know. It's just the more people get away with, the more people try to get away with, and it just keeps,
So this it says he's near the grass, near the intersection of Thunderbolt and Phantom's Revenge. So it's definitely not just, I'm trespassing in a construction site or like a closed food stand or something like that. It's like, you're in a dangerous area.
Well, and so the thing is, I actually have been in that area because we had an ACE event where they let us go back in that area while their closers were closed. And like, there's like, you can literally walk right onto Thunderbolt's track from there. Like, there's no barriers at all. When you're in that area, like, to get in that area, you have to go over a fence. But, like, once you're in that area where that intersection is, you can just walk over. Like, I mean, everything's just there. Like, you're in very danger. And judging by the amount of pieces of cell phones that were laying on the ground, that alone is not a good place to be. Because something falling from Phantom, like... Yeah, not a good place to be.
I question this guy's mental. I mean, obviously, but just looking at the image, like, is this the picture of him getting arrested where he's like wearing pink swim trunks and no shirt?
That's my assumption. I mean,
why
everybody
is he just
else
wearing pink swim trunks and nothing else?
So people notice him better. I don't know. Like, it's so weird because like you're not even allowed to be in that section of the park without a shirt on. So like,
there's a water park in there. Like, it's not like a park that has like a attached Soak City or Soak, like,
they don't have a water park at all. Nothing. Like,
no, I know.
You have to go down to a sandcastle. It's like the. You gotta get in your car.
Maybe he was probably tripping on, like, what is going. This reminds me of the guy that climbed the tower, the SNS drop tower at Magic Mountain.
No, that was not. Well, I think it was Knott's, wasn't it?
Knott's, that's what I mean. Yeah, California. Getting my towers confused. I'm sorry.
One of those parks in California, somewhere over there.
Yeah, it has an SNS drop tower, probably.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah, weird image.
I mean, in that picture, you can see the fence that they're walking to go through the gate. Like, you don't like just casually just hop over that fence. It's taller than he is.
He's got like red marks all over his back too. I don't know. Maybe there's a scuffle when they were trying to get him out.
Was unlocked. I've been to parks where the fence has been unlocked. Like that happens.
That is true. That is a possibility. But even so, like, you don't be a moron. don't go through it.
Yeah, some people you just have to like let's play the game. State the obvious. Welcome, caller.
So Enchanted Parks, well, technically EPR Properties has bought another water park. This is getting weird. This EPR Properties buying up all this stuff. Are they just looking for more properties to enchitify? Because I have a feeling that's what's happening.
Every time a place like this like buys a water park or somebody, like I feel like it's a strategic money move to buy. Maybe I don't know how successful this water park is right now, or if it is. I mean it, but it's an easy cash grab, I think, for them to just buy water parks.
Well, and that's what Cedar Fair was doing for a while.
Mm-hmm. That's what made me think of it. Like,
is this one of those things that they're going to buy up all this stuff and they're going to show that they're consistently losing money and eventually have to file for bankruptcy, and then Six Flags is going to buy the entire portfolio for pennies on the dollar? So they basically eliminated their own debt legally.
Oh,
kind of sounds like.
But knowing
there
Six
has
Flags,
to be a word for that. What's the word for that?
But see, knowing Six Flags, somebody has to take over Six Flags, because we're already at Six Flags 3.0. So like EPR Properties is probably going to like do something to like increase their funds, and then they're just going to buy Six Flags, and we're going to have Six Flags 4.0, which is going to turn into the loss of Geauga Lake, and that was 2.0. No, yeah, and then 3.0 is the loss of Six Flags America. So what will we lose with 4.0? I don't know, but you are right. I can't see the parks that EPR owns. I can't see going well from a consumer standpoint. I mean, EPR was, I believe, the company that was pushing Six Flags to like sell all their land and then rent back. Which is like, yeah, that's great for EPR, who's making all that money from rent, but like that's a horrible move if you want to long-term run a park.
Maybe the 4.0 Six Flags is going to be like the Spaceballs. It's going to be Six Flags 4.0, the search for more money.
Maybe that's what Spaceballs 2 is going to be about. It's going to be about Six Flags.
Yeah.
So, I don't know what's going on with rides this year. It's getting weird. And there's a lot that we just didn't put on the rundown because I'm just tired of talking about dumb stuff. But this was a little bit interesting. A washer fell from Magnum XL 200, and I'm not real clear if it hit somebody or almost hit somebody, because some place
got nearly hit.
Well, see, so I saw a couple different articles, and like it's weird because they're not really like, some say it almost hit her head, which doesn't mean like it didn't hit her arm or something like that. But like, I don't know. So you think it was like it didn't hit her at all? It just missed her completely. So one of the articles I read, it was stated in a way that it was like it hit her, but it like just missed her head. Like, oh, it could have hit my head and it would have been a lot worse, but it just hit my shoulder instead, or something like that. So I'm not really. I'm not completely sure.
She says a piece of metal hit my head by inches. So I don't think she got hit at all, because she would be like, it hit my shoulder.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
How big was this washer? Does anything say?
Palm sized. What washer is this? It's palm sized?
Whose palm?
I don't know. An infant's palm.
I got a pretty big palm. What, does it fit in your palm? Because that's like a 12 millimeter washer will fit in my palm. Just like, is this a fender washer? Like, what are we talking about?
Right, yeah. Well, what washers are on lift mechanisms?
I'm going to try to watch
You're the mechanic
Facebook
here.
video.
No, the video doesn't show anything. I saw there was another one. It's like, watch the video shows.
No, it shows it.
Where?
In the news article, it says, in a Facebook video, the visitor was seen holding up what appeared to be a palm-sized washer.
No, there was a news article. There was a news article that alluded to you saw it falling on the video because it shows like a POV, and there's no, it didn't show the washer in it at all.
To me, it looks like 3 inches in diameter.
It wouldn't feel
maybe
good.
like the length of like a woman's index finger, or it looks like almost looks like a little tire though, but I guess it's metal.
Wait, where are you seeing this video?
It looks rubbery. I'm just gonna send you the direct link.
I thought there's some kind of live stream from. Oh no! How is it live and it's only 2 minutes? I hate news places sometimes.
I hate Facebook too.
Yes,
it's
that's
always tries to get me to log in, and
it's not letting me okay. See, when I see a Facebook link, I just
click
ignore
X.
I see it.
Yeah,
I see it.
You
now.
could still okay.
Yeah, I got it.
You just have to bypass all that login stuff.
I like the ones where they're like, well, you could see it, but you just can't comment if you don't log in. It's like, fine, still let me see it.
Yeah.
That is. Oh, if that's what is that? What is that?
Tony Clark said it came off of the lift mechanism.
I mean, does kind of look like a big washer. It's not a structural washer. It looks more like a bushing.
Oh wait, she wasn't on the ride.
No, they were sitting in the grass. It came off while it was going up the lift hill, probably. Or it flung off. There's so many areas. I see at the end of the video, that she picks it up from the grass. There's towels on the ground.
I see it. Now
There's
that I see
areas of the water park where you could literally camp under Magnum. And usually there's netting in some of the walkway areas, but you could kind of be right next to the coaster.
Yeah. This lady has no idea how much she can sell that part for on the internet right now. Authentic roller coaster parts, a lot of people will pay a lot of money for that part.
Yeah.
Just tell her.
I'm sure Tony Clark.
Why don't you buy it from? Just be like, do you still have it? Can I have it for $10? And then you could sell it.
Yeah,
there you go.
Because you have the connections to people who would love to have that part, but she probably is like, oh, what if I need to use it to build a case that I almost was hit? I don't think you can, but they probably just threw it in the trash. No, the park probably gave it to the park. It probably has it. The park probably has it, and they threw it in the trash.
No, they probably put it back on the ride.
Well, it is the normal thing. It's you gave it to the mechanic, and you have to say, where did this come from? And the mechanic looks at it, says, this looks like a piece to blank. It's like, okay, well, go check all the blanks and figure out how this one came off. And then
he rolls his eyes and throws it in the trash and lights up a cigarette, and then
there's no smoking. You can't do that.
Here's my question. This is really seriously.
I still imagine it.
Here's my question.
He's allowed.
What happened to the check engine light? Why didn't the check engine light come on?
Yeah, no.
That lady was the check engine light.
So, not going to happen on that one.
This was pre-check engine light dashboard.
That's right.
This is
they didn't have that back then.
No,
actually, Arrow really didn't. It was
is it on fire? No, then you could drive it.
That's pretty much that's how I run cars.
It's most people how they run them.
Although
does it still start? Yes, then it's fine. Let's go.
What about stopping?
Yeah.
It'll
Most
eventually
people
stop
find out
one way or
that
another.
the black electrical tape fits right over the service engine soon light, and they don't have to stare at it.
I honestly thought about doing that recently because I'm like, I'm sick of seeing the light. Just turn off.
You want to use black electrical tape because it's got very little sheen to it, so it doesn't reflect a lot of light on the inside. Blends in nicely.
See,
I have some.
Here's the
I will
problem.
do that.
On my car, there was one day that the light actually went out, and I panicked.
Bob's like, oh my God, car's working again.
Wait, what? Why? I know that's
like-
still unplugged. Why are you not telling me that it's unplugged?
I'd be like, is it actually on? I'd be like, is it running? Like, the light's not on.
The funny thing about that is, since my accent idles high, when I had the whole week long that I had my Xterra before I went back to the garage for something else. But like I was driving and I would like come to a red light and I actually would freak out that my engine stalled because I'm used to my accent making so much noise because it's like idling a lot higher, plus it's a noisier car. And like I'm like, oh my God, my car stalled. Like, not that the Xterra is quiet. I'm just so used to this loud, like,
You're like, is it running?
I do have the...
You to hear the rattle. Oh.
Well, Whizzer is open again. This year it didn't open with the park because they were still doing refurbishment on it. But glad to see that it's back. This is at Six Flags Great America. I still really need to get to that park because this, like, honestly, well, I guess Max Force. But, like, when I think of Great America, like, I want to go ride Whizzer and Max Force. Like, those are the two coasters that I'm just like, that's why I want to go there. I know there's a lot of other good coasters, but, like, Whizzer really, like, I really want to ride this coaster.
Hey, me too. Those are both ones I want to get on too.
And what else? Oh, yeah. Montezuma's Revenge. What is it going to be called now? Montezuma, the Forbidden Fortress. So after 4 years, it's finally doing test cycles. And what's
pretty cool.
Really
Gosh, I can't believe it's been that long.
I know, it's insane.
We're talking about when they shut it down. They're like, we're closing it. Like, why? It hasn't been running for that long. Oh, no.
It's crazy.
That ride's been through the ringer.
Yeah, and that's before Ryan and I were talking about it. I was like, what's left of the original? I don't think there's much of it.
It pretty much said the station's left to the original. And it's like, because you don't need the braking system anymore, so none of the brakes are there. You don't need you don't need hardly anything. It's got a new drive system.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my beef with the drive system. This is the same exact thing that I had with Top Thrill 2 when it opened up, was that you've got a drive system that's really powerful and it can do this thing. It's like, then why don't you shorten up the ride base? And like, if you don't need 300 feet to accelerate, you only need 100 feet. So make it 100 feet long. I understand the original, like, oh, we're going to keep it. It's original, everything. But then you rebuilt the entire ride.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, it's just like, and this is the other thing that really kind of bugs me. And I know this has happened more too. So I know that this is sometimes comes into the play. But like, this literally waited until Ace presented the historical coaster plaque. And immediately after that, they're like, "Oh yeah, now let's redo it." It's like, let's keep it historical long enough to get the plaque, and then we'll just go do whatever the hell we want. Which is kind of like defeating the whole purpose of why it got presented with the plaque. Which makes me wonder:
is that plaque even valid anymore?
Well, that's what I wonder, because I know Ace does it with their the Coaster Classics. They will take the Coaster Classics away.
Will they take the plaque away? They will take the plaque from the park? Do they get to take it back, or?
I don't know, but see, this was just a historical landmark, so I don't know how they treat that. And that's where it's like, it's kind of a weird thing because, like, okay, this is a historical landmark, but is it really? Because it's not really. Like, I don't know. It's like, I guess the station is a historical landmark, maybe. I mean, Phantom's Revenge has more of the original ride on it than what I think this does.
I was just about to say the station is.
I guess, you see historical landmarks for things that aren't there anymore, so maybe that's okay. It still was there. Like you see, we have historical landmarks everywhere, and we'll see like an Ohio historical landmark for a park that doesn't exist anymore, and now it's like an apartment complex. So maybe that's kind of, no matter what goes there, the plaque has to stay in that spot.
Okay, yeah. I could see 100
that. Years.
And the plaque is just like, remember that one time there was a Schwarzkopf shuttle loop coaster here with a flywheel launch? That was pretty cool, right? ...
Yes, exactly. They might have to change the language on it a little bit, but they could still keep that marker there. Remember when? Yeah.
Puts a lot more stress on, oh, man, with Niagara not being open, it's not looking good for Laser Loop, is it? I want Laser Loop to come back. And IB Parks has it, and it's in Niagara. It's supposed to go up, and then they close the park. And, like, what's going on? Bring Laser Loop back.
Yeah, I thought they were doing well. I was surprised to hear that about Niagara. Even if that park itself wasn't doing well, I thought IB was doing pretty well, but maybe not.
I don't know.
Sucks.
I hope that they can get things in order, and a lot of people have said, and I kind of felt that way too. Like when he started buying other parks, I kind of was a little bit worried about like him biting off more than he can chew. I mean, I'm glad to see they got the Schwarzkopf open at Indiana Beach, so at least there's that. Now they at least have some experience doing that. But yeah, I don't know. But I really, really want another actual Schwarzkopf launch. It'd be nice to get that back.
There's nothing more amazing than the weight drop style launches. Like those things were incredible. They weren't very aggressive, but just the mechanics to run those things was really something else.
Never got to ride one of the weight drop ones, but I know the flywheel was just like, that was... I mean, honestly, I actually really... we had a conversation about this, and like, in the day, like my nephew rode King Ka in very much the same manner that I rode Laser Loop. And like, roughly same age, roughly same scenario, kind of scared of the ride, but knowing it's our last chance to ride it, and being a launch that's just like, for its time, was just like, what the hell is this thing? And it's just crazy to think that like that was the King Ka of its day. Like at one point, like those were technology is scary and amazing at the same time.
Agreed on both.
Yep.
So, wonder where Michigan's Adventure got this idea from. But, well, if you're listening to this, it's too late. Because this is happening tomorrow. We're recording on Thursday, and you can't hear this till Saturday. But Zax are getting a half-price admission at Michigan's Adventure on Friday, June 26th. This couldn't have anything to do with the whole Ryan thing, could it?
I think it did. I think this is direct retaliation from the Ryan meetup.
I think it exactly is.
Ryan versus Zach.
They're going to take a photo in front of Zach Zoomer of all the Zachs. But they've gone one step further. Even Zacharias are permitted.
Nope.
Zachariah Zoomer.
To quote the Ryan meetup, no Brian's.
Yep.
Rhinaraya, Rhinery, and Ryan.
That sounds complicated.
That's the name. That's actually the name of the new roller coaster that's going into Lost Island.
Wait, what is
Really?
it?
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Rhinery.
Rhinery?
Ryan.
Ryan. Like a brewery where they brew Ryans?
3 words. It's just too hard to remember. But it's 3 words and it has a lot of action.
A lot of action.
Okay, yeah, Zach Zoomer. Do you think the average range of Zachs nowadays is probably like over 20 though? Like, there's probably very few kids that are still like named Zach. That's probably like, I think of like that as like a millennial name, but maybe not. Maybe there's more Zachs than I think that are like young.
How about Zacharias though? I mean, like that's
maybe that
kind of even further far between.
That seems like a very rural name.
I mean, hey, Zachariah, I think Amish. I mean, that's
Amish. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, like rural
that's what I
Amish.
think of. Yeah,
maybe there's a lot.
It's
of
a very old name.
Peak year of Zach was 2007 with 86 babies. The average age is 25 years old for Zach.
So there's going to be a lot of 25-year-olds riding Zach Zoomer, probably. Or in that, ballpark.
In that ballpark.
Yeah. We'll see. If you're listening to the show now, let us know what maybe came out of the Zach Zoomer and if it's all adults.
Right. Or if nobody knows what's going on there, but they've heard about the Ryan meetup, so we know which one's better.
I think the Ryan meetup's going to have a better turnout for sure.
I mean,
it is.
There's more of a reason to go there than. Actually, I have no interest in going to Michigan's Adventure now that they put steel on Shivering Timbers. So, like, that was my only reason I wanted to go. So, like, why am I going to go now?
Mm-hmm. Adventures with Parker is somebody who commented on the show a couple episodes ago and said, why isn't essentially brought up that they should have had it at Kings Island for the Ryan meetup because of Orion. And they missed an opportunity there, in my opinion, as well. So
that was pretty good. But, I could see it at the Mall of America just because you can get everybody in there for free, essentially. There's no real upfront commitment and cost. Other than like if I wanted to go, I'd have to get a hotel room. That's pretty much because it's a 5.5 hour drive for me. That's too much for one day back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I did that once. Don't recommend it.
No.
0 out of 5 stars.
I think 4 hours is my limit.
Yeah, that's about where I think I tap out now. I think it was like when I went to Carowinds the first time, it was like, I think it was like 5 or 5.5 hours. Might have even been 6. I was like, oh yeah, I can do it. Oh God. I mean, I drove down fine. The only reason why I knew I drove back fine was because I'm alive. Do not remember that drive much at all.
Yeah.
And I got home and I was like, yeah, that was a mistake. I will never do that one again.
Yep.
Or last story, that's not even really a story. It's just a video.
This is a huge story.
It's a huge story. I love it though.
It is very on brand for America's 250th birthday coming up. So the Kings Island Railroad, what is the official name of the railroad? I'm thinking of Cedar Point's railroad. It's like the Miami Valley Railroad, yeah. had to halt its operations for a while recently because it looks like a metric ton of barbecue sauce dumped from a trailer.
It's amazing.
Onto the railroad tracks. So there's so much barbecue sauce, right? It's very American for this barbecue sauce to spill everywhere on the railroad. But they're just in this very, very short clip, they're seen trying to assess the situation and clean. They don't even know where to begin. Clean up milk crates full of barbecue sauce off the railroad tracks. So there was a delay.
That would suck to clean up.
The train was behind. That would. At least it doesn't smell too bad. It's not like.
That's true.
Maybe it will.
Can you imagine if it was ranch?
Yeah, ranch or like the
mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. That's what I was trying to think. Like mayonnaise on the train.
Oh, jeez.
And like you can't get it perfectly clean unless like they take out like a pressure washer.
Right.
So like, the train just leaves like a trail of mayonnaise like down the track.
Well, you just got to pick whatever the appropriate thing is to go with that, and just drag it with the train. That's it. If it's going to have ranch, then you better like have some barbecue or some wings or something dragging behind the train. It's like, all right, we'll get it up.
Mayonnaise,
but I was thinking with the pressure washer. Yeah. With the pressure washer, can you imagine? Because you just wash it into the dirt, and then the dirt would just forever smell like whatever that was next to it.
And then all the flies
for years to come.
Probably.
Oh
my Lord.
Someone's not getting barbecue though. Like one of the restaurants is gonna be no sauce.
Like they're out of barbecue sauce
the barbecue
for some
sauce
reason.
And the whole part is right there.
You need barbecue sauce? Go down to the railroad. They got it down there.
See people like rolling chicken wings in the tracks.
yeah.
Listening to Side Friction Podcast. We release new episodes every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
If you enjoyed the show, please consider leaving us a review on the platform you are listening to.
Visit our website at sidefriction.com to find show notes and other information, as well as links to other locations where you can find us.
Follow us on Mastodon, sidefriction@worldkey.io, or follow me at RagingWolfBob at opencoaster.net.
Check out my channel on YouTube at Ryan the Ride Mechanic.
We hope you'll join us next week and stay on track with Side Friction Podcast.